Hi guys, and welcome back to Scalemotor. So, today we are going to do a little bench update. It's been a while since a bench update. Not much has been going on. I've had a lot of stuff to deal with. I've had a lot of stuff to do. I've had to change my room around, as you can probably tell by this, which was over there. But a lot of uni stuff to do. But a lot of stuff. But we're back, we're building. I finished another kit. Only 2 this year, which is a little slow. Got a couple on the go as well. I probably went through those in the last bench update, but we'll have a look at that. First, I kind of want to thank everyone. Really, I've got pretty much past where I thought I'd be by this point on YouTube. Currently, as of now, let's have a look at my dashboard. On 1,358 subscribers, which is mind-blowing to me. I never thought I'd make it past 10. I did do a thank you about this, about the big push to get me over in one of my last videos. But again, I can't thank you guys enough. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do. I've got loads of stuff planned for the future, loads of other things, loads of bits and bobs, which I'll get into later on when I go through a couple of the things I've been buying recently, which you may not be aware of or may not be privy to. And so yeah, just drop a subscribe, please. Give us a comment and a like as well. But we're going to start off this. Normally I've got like a little crib sheet, nice little crib sheet to tell me what to talk about, but I am going to clear this time. I came up to do a voiceover, but I thought, you know what, I'll do a bench update. And I don't have a script this time, but that's fine. First thing I want to talk about, which I'll put a couple of photos up of, is I had a little bench refresh. So we've changed things about. We changed things about once, and then I don't know if you remember from previous bench updates and previous videos, I had a shelving unit in front of me here, homemade shelving unit, excellent. In front of the window, blocking all the natural light, which originally had the Mac in front of it, which made me have to move things about because I forgot about everything behind the Mac. The shelves were useless then, so the Mac moved over there, and my shelves were available. After that, I got myself a nice new light from Paul over to Paul at ISM, and this light is amazing. It is such an improvement over my previous little ring light, which was atrocious. I say atrocious. It done the job. But yeah, we put this light on my shelving unit, and this camera arm, which is holding my phone, which is my camera. They were both mounted to the shelving unit, and one day I was sitting here doing a bit of modelling. The shelving unit came down. That was just after I moved the bench around. It wasn't good. I was in the middle of working on the Suzuki. I had stuff all over me. It was everywhere. I'll show some pictures again. That was atrocious. But that prompted another little refresh. And the main thing that prompted these refreshes was my girlfriend got herself a new table, so she gave me her old table. So I've got a nice little corner set up, as you would have seen. Pretty excited about that. I can see the space growing. It's crazy to think that when I first started, I had this little desk, which is still the basis of my bigger desk, which I extended. I had this little desk and an A4 cutting mat, which I've still got, I think, in the garage. Oh, somewhere. It's knocking about. And now the area is growing. I've pretty much taken over this room, unfortunately, much to the dismay of my girlfriend. But she's got her own gaming PC set up downstairs now, which much to the dismay of me because I'm jealous. But yeah, so that prompted another little bench refresh a couple of days after, which seen me move my shelving unit, which wasn't secured to the windowsill in any way, shape or form over there where it cannot fall. So that's the first thing I wanted to go over, a little refresh of the area. Next, I just want to talk through a couple of recent purchases. There were some exciting things. So, first things first, something I wanted to build for a while, and it now just seems I am copying Paul over at ISM yet again, because we both decided to build a Suzuki. We've done that as a nice little buddy build, which has been fun. Definitely been fun. He's now the other day he was trying to decide what to build, and we were in a hangout, and I come upstairs, and he had this 250 GTO in his hands when I came upstairs, and I was like, you're not building that, do you? He's like, well, it depends on the vote. Why? He said, because I've wanted to build that for a very, very long time. I haven't been able to find a kit. I couldn't find the Fujimi kit anywhere. One popped up on King Kit. This was a couple of days before payday, and also the detail set, which is getting quite scarce. There was one left on Hero Boy, and there were a couple of these left on Hero Boy. However, with it being so close to payday, I was skint. Discussing it in the hangout. Came downstairs, come back upstairs, and Alan Parker at Alan Parker Scale Models, a very, very, very kind gentleman, had bought them all and said, buy them off me on payday. So, yeah, thank you so much to him. I've been wanting to build this for a while, and just being able to get everything together was great. So thanks to Alan for that. So it was in some way influenced by Paul. I wanted it for a while. However, I wasn't planning on building it yet until I seen his video, and he sent us a video of his 2K'd body shell, and with this being one of the most beautiful cars ever made, I thought, yeah, this has to be built next. So the body's out of the box here. Just going over a couple of bits and bobs, started sanding seam lines. So this will be the next build. So this is going to be a video build, obviously. Sorry about that, my alarm went off. So this is going to be a video build. Definitely 100% going to be a video build. Yeah, and we're going to go the whole hog, the whole detail set. Yeah, very much looking forward to building that, and have been for a very, very long time. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's one of the most beautiful cars in the world. I'll see if I can 3D print some things along the way. If I have to design the things to print, I don't think I'll have time, unfortunately. If I can find some files online, just for like little bits of engine detail, if I can find a CAD model of the actual engine, then I'll probably set that up for 3D printing and print that out. I just don't have time to model all that up at the moment. But yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to try and do it as detailed as possible, and I want it to end up my best model to date. Which, to be honest, the standard's been pretty low so far. So yeah, that's what we got next. Yeah, so a couple of other purchases. Another one of these. This kit was an absolute joy to build. I did say in the build series that I would end up buying another, and I did. Cheap chips on Amazon, they're still on there for about £21. So I had to get it. And yeah, I've had loads of ideas, because as I was going through the build, I had tons of ideas. So this one, I think, because it's not part of a group build, it's going to wait, and it's going to be... I'm going to try and do as much as I can with it. I don't know if we're going to go for a rusty ratty one, or like airbrushed aircraft paneling kind of stuff with a shark mouth and everything, and stars and bars maybe. I don't know, but I've got loads of things going on in my head. I'm not going obviously I do want to do a mad paint scheme on it, not as mad as the previous one, which required a lot of masking and a lot of work. I'm not saying I don't want to go into much detail, I don't want a lot of work, but yeah, I just want something that I've done kind of, but we'll see, we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Next up, while perusing Amazon, this was this flashed up, and can't remember how much it was. I think it was like 20 odd quid, but they had one in Amazon warehouse, which is pre-owned. Generally somebody would have sent it back, because as you see on a lot of the reviews on kits you buy on Amazon, people would buy it, get it, open the box, and they're like, oh, it's not even blue. Oh, I've got to put it together. What? And people don't realise they're actually model kits. So yeah, if you are going to buy something like this on Amazon, just remember it's a kit. You need to build it. Yeah, and they end up sending it back. But yeah, I've opened the box. Everything is there. Fitment is terrible. For this, I'm going to 3D print some things. I think I've taken a lot of pictures of the parts, and I'm going to model them up, and I might do some kind of mad body kit on it or something. Yeah, so another one I am quite looking forward to doing. This is something that another car, yeah, I know, another Ferrari, something that, for third time lucky, something that Adam Smith is building in the Hangouts and part of the live crew. He's been wanting to build one of these for a while, and I was never really, it never really tickled my fancy, but the more he was talking about them, the more I was looking at them, just to refresh my memory on what exactly they are. And the more I was looking at them, the more I really, really fancied one. And one popped up for sale on Facebook from a very nice gentleman called Stuart Cousins, who gave me quite a good bag, quite a good price, I think. So yeah, found that, and then I had to, obviously, I got the detail set from guess where, and Stuart sent me a bottle of the MRP Rosso Corsa paint with it too, which I think I'm going to use on the 250 GTO, just so I don't have to buy more paint. Okay, so next up, this beast, look at that, the Revell 2017 Ford GT, 27 parts. This is one of the easy click systems, and this was bought specifically for me and Fern to do, like we done the Airfix Beetle, the quick build Beetle. That was so fun. She loved it, and ever since she's been asking me to build another model. She came the other day, and she wasn't very well, and I was on my way to Hobbycraft anyway just to get some glues and stuff, and I said, you know what, I'll pick us up a model we can build, to keep your mind off you not being well. So this is specifically for me and Fern to build, and yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great fun. And for those of you thinking, why so many cars? You've got so many cars. You've bought 4 cars. You like bikes. I do. 5 cars. You like bikes. I do. I really like bikes. And there's one specific bike kit that I have wanted since I started building model kits, which has been hard for me to get a hold of, and hard for me to find a reasonable price and whatnot. But I've got it, one of my grail kits, the Rossi Valencia 03 bike. Look at that! I was absolutely chuffed when Mr. Parker, the same kind gentleman who helped me acquire the Ferrari, said he'd sell me one of his, and so I got it from Mr. Parker, and I got some of the Hobby Design decals with it too. This is obviously going to be a video build. It has to be. It's one of the main reasons I started building models. was for a chance to try and build this because it is a beautiful bike. And one thing I love about these bikes is that V5s. Crazy, absolutely crazy. 5 cylinders, 3 on one side of the V, 2 on the other. Excellent. Excellent, and just look at it. Just look at that scheme. Excellent. That's not going to be built for a little while. I want to finish off the M1, which I'm halfway through, and the only reason I haven't progressed further with that is there's a lot of wiring coming up, and that bit seems a little tedious. I think after this one, I don't think I'm going to do super detailed kit again with a bike. Not because they're bad builds or anything. They do have a little tendency to maybe sap a bit of mojo. Saying that, I'm going to try and get as many detail bits for this as I can, because this is going to be like a once in a lifetime kit unless it gets re-released in the future, which I'm not holding out hope for. So I'm going to be looking for the detail sets, any kind of upgrade parts or anything that I can find, anything I can 3D print, absolutely anything, just to try and make this as good as it could possibly be. I think I might even buy like rivet sets, bolt sets, everything, just to replace all the bolt heads and everything, just because I want it to be perfect, because I don't think I'm going to get a chance to build another one. That being said, I did purchase the chain set for it, but I'm hoping I will be able to find a Top Studio chain set for it. And if I do, I can use my swanky new anvil. That is excellent. It's a lovely bit of kit. I decided I wanted an anvil because every time I was cutting PE, I was doing it on the side of a hammer, just to have a nice nice hard surface to cut the PE on, so the connection points and the gates and the fret connector points didn't bend the actual PE part. So I wanted something nice and hard, so I got this. But the main reason I got it is because Dan Scattergood, part of the live crew, had one which looks pretty much exactly like this and told me it was Tamiya branded. I searched absolutely everywhere and I could not find a Tamiya branded anvil. So I just got one of these. I found this on Etsy. I will put a link. I'll put the name of the Etsy store there somewhere. And I'll also put a link down in the description. They had lots of stuff, a lot of jewellery making stuff as well, which is pretty cool. Because a lot of tools you could use for jewellery making can come over into this hobby. Like the anvil. I did also pick up another little hammer. Little crappy Modelcraft ones, same as that one, but it's nice to have a ball peen hammer rather than the massive one. So yeah, got that. So yeah, that was bought mainly for PE and the Top Studio chain sets. But yeah, like I said, I am going to look for as many detail parts for that as I can. As far as kits, I think that might be all. Let me just have a look at the stash. Oh, I'll leave a link to my scale mates down below so you can see. So, another thing, which I can't remember if I've mentioned in a previous video, but I'll mention it again, just in case. Another thing which will be coming in the future, and I will do a video build of it, whether I do a video series or whatever. Citadel or Hammer. Age of Sigmar. 40k. I don't know what any of these stuff are, but it is it is a Dark Elder Ravager. Oh yeah. So I purchased this because it was suggested as a purchase for somebody else in the birthday group I'm in. Didn't end up buying it. I saw it and I thought that looks really cool. And Luke Carswell at Black Rifle Model Works twisted my arm and said if I don't buy it, he was going to come round my house and hurt me emotionally. So I picked it up. But I'm glad I did. Looking through the kit, it's essentially all it is a mad-looking flying boat with spikes, skulls, and chains, which sounds excellent. But it looks excellent. It looks really good. There's some figures in here, there's some decals in here, and I can't wait to build it. It's going to be mad. I might try and do like a copper, kind of rusted copper feel to it. But yeah, the main reason is, like I said originally a while ago, I'm trying to dip my toes in every part of the scale modelling hobby, and I know some people don't call Warhammer and stuff scale modelling, but it is scale modelling just as much as figure painting and bust painting is scale modelling. You're building a replica of something at a small scale. Admittedly, these don't exist in real life, but I consider it scale modelling. It is scale modelling, and like I said, I want to dip my toes in every area of model building and scale whatnots. That being said, there's going to be more dioramas coming up in the future, which is why I've got some foam. Got loads of bits and bobs here for dioramas. These pens are for uni work. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as purchases go, you guys don't really care about my uni stuff. And the graph paper and isometric paper I bought, so I'm not going to bother showing those. Another thing I did purchase, actually, which is going to help me in this hobby and save me some time, is a wash and cure station for 3D printing. So one of the main issues with 3D printing stuff for models is the time the cleanup took afterwards. And if I'd been working on a model and my bench is just covered in model bits, I would have to clean stuff away, get everything out so it was nice and clean, glove up and everything, take my models off the build plate, get 2 pots of isopropyl alcohol out, wash with a toothbrush, spray with isopropyl alcohol from the airbrush just to get all that residual resin off, which took a while. And then, annoyingly, I had a terrible Amazon dangly UV light, which I used to dangle off the side of the table, put a UV turntable here, and put my models on the UV turntable. And I didn't like that being out all the time, so I had to put it away and get it out, put it away, get it out, and just annoyed me. Too much time, too much effort. So the wash and cure station is a godsend, and it will save me time, and yeah, it'll kind of make me want to 3D print more parts for models and stuff, I think. So yeah, there's that. There's the purchases. We've gone through what I'm going to be building next. We've said a couple of thank yous. What else did we have? So, models on the go. We mentioned the Yamaha, the M1. I do get quite a few people ask me about that. I've been asked in private messages, on the live streams. I've been asked on comments on videos and stuff, and I am going to get back to it. It's not a lost cause. It's not going in the bin. Don't worry. I'm going to get back to it at some point. I just want to get to a point where, instead of sitting down and thinking, right, let's get this done so I can get it out of the way, I want to get to a point where I sit down and I go, you know what, I fancy doing some wiring today, and then I'll crack on with it, and then we'll get the videos up. I can't remember how much I've got recorded. I can't remember exactly where I am. It's up there. See, I'm not too far. I've got some wiring to do and the fairings, pretty much. I might paint the fairings rather soon, just because another build that I've got on the go needs 2K in, and so will the fairings. So I can 2 birds, 1 stone, and 2K at the same time. But yeah, the other one that needs 2K in is this bad boy. This is the new Audi R8. These are aftermarket decals. They are the SK decals, because I didn't know that Nunu sold this kit in this scheme. So I bought the aftermarket decals. Went down pretty well. Probably could have done better, but yeah, this needs 2K in. So I might two birds, one stone, and 2K the bike fairings at the same time. So yeah, there's that. What else have I got on the go? Suzuki is finished. You may have seen on the if you're on ISM or follow me on my socials, you may have seen just a photo I flashed up quickly. Just one on the bench, nothing special. But I've got the rest of the videos edited. They all need voiceover in, and they all need intros. That's what I originally came up to do, is voiceovers and intros for those videos, just so they were ready to bring out in succession. The Buick Grand National Gnx, the only thing I've got left to do on that is the lights. And it's not going to be anything special with the lights. It'll probably take me about an hour, because I want to do some broken lights and stuff. But I do have quite a few bits and bobs to do for the diorama setup I'm doing for it. I may abandon that and not call that part of the build for now, and just use the GNX as the build, because that diorama I think will be a nice little backdrop anyway, just for various other models. So yeah, I think that's going to be a separate entity. Speaking of dioramas and backdrops, I do have plans to do a little series on little backdrops, dioramas, vignettes, bases, whatever you really want to call them, just something to display your models on. That's the plan, anyway. So yeah, we've got that, the GNX, the GNX, the R8, the M1. Boost is done. Obviously the F15 is done. RC30 is still needs to be done. It's over there. The RC30 and my R1 that I built, unfortunately, fell off with the shelving unit, which is rather upsetting. So they need putting back together. The main problem with the RC30 was I went mad detailing the carburetors. I added all the vacuum lines, I added loads of springs, I added this, I added that, and whatnot, and the fall pretty much destroyed it all, which was rather upsetting. Probably will get back to it, won't be for a while, but that wasn't a video build, so I don't feel too bad because I'm not really leaving you guys hanging with that. So yeah. But yeah, there's some purchases. The main purchase, actually, I haven't mentioned, was my A1 cutting mat. I've been wanting a bigger cutting mat for a while. The A3 one I had here previously was spray glued down, and when I moved the bench, moved everything around the bench, I had another table here, so I now sit a couple of inches over this way to where I originally sat, and the spray glued down cutting mat was over there. It was off centre. It was really annoying me, so I got myself a nice new A1 cutting mat. Other purchases. Have I done any other purchases since my last one? You guys don't care about my Xbox controller. I think we'll call that good there, to be honest. Another massive thank you. We've mentioned him already, but Adam Smith, he sent me a ton of carbon fibre decals. They are getting sent back to him. However, I was able to photocopy them. What I'll be able to do now is use those photocopies in my Cricut just to cut my own templates out of scalemotor sport carbon fibre, because I think that is my favourite carbon fibre. Yeah, and he's also offered to send me the carbon fibre set for the LaFerrari, so I can do the same with that. So, yeah, thank you very much, Adam. That will go a long way to make my my LaFerrari look a lot better. And it saves me looking for a carbon set myself. I don't have my crib sheet with me because I didn't do one. Just looking around, jog my memory. I bought a lot of crisps, big load of crisps. Yeah, not much more to go over, to be honest. One other thing I did want to mention while we're here is the live stream, the Friday night live streams. We are doing a charity live stream. It's a charity auction. We've got 55 lots, I think, and some really, really good looking cars and kits in the lots. And we're hoping to auction them off for as much as we can, because we want to raise as much as we can. The charity is cancer research, and I know a lot of people will have been affected by the dreaded C word, and if you haven't been, there is a very high chance you may be affected in some way, whether it be yourself, family members, and there's quite a few people within our group who are thankful for the work that people like Cancer Research do. So we thought it was a very, very worthy cause to raise money for. So all proceeds will be going to Cancer Research, which is why we want as many people there and as many people bidding as we can. We've got 55 lots, which is already excellent. But there are some really rare things in there, some really cool stuff. There's a Belkit 6R4, which has been signed by the driver of the car. The name eludes me, but yeah, it's a signed kit, and there's a couple of resin kits, there's some busts, there's some armour, there's some planes, so something for everyone. It's definitely worth popping over and having a look. There'll be links down in the description. You would have seen the photo I just flashed up with a bit of information. But yeah, if you can pop along, even if it's just to watch, just to get the viewing numbers up so it gets pushed more on YouTube, that would be amazing. And tell your friends, tell your family. And yeah, just excellent. The more people we can get there, the merrier. Even if it's just to give a thumbs up, because again, that helps. Everything will help. So yeah, all proceeds of the video to Cancer Research. Another big thing I wanted to mention. And that brings us to the very last point of my bench update. And that is that like I said earlier, I have finished another kit. It is the Suzuki gsx-rr. It was originally going to be Joan Mir's bike. It was originally going to be Alex Rins' bike, because I've always liked Alex Rins. Paul over at ISM, we were doing it as a buddy build. He was going to do Joan Mir. He had a little issue trying to demonstrate how useful cigarette filters are for decaling, and he put the number on the front, rolled the cigarette filter over, and it ripped the number up, unfortunately. So he had to resort to doing Joan Mir's bike. Now, I didn't, Alex Rins' bike. I didn't have to change, but I thought it'd be cool if I did. We could both do our own, one each, I suppose. So yeah, I moved on to Joan Mir's bike. I'm not going to flash it up, I'm not going to put loads of photos up. I'm just going to give you guys a quick little sneak peek, because the video build series isn't finished. Look at that, what a beauty. What a beautiful bike. I absolutely love this bike. When Suzuki, when we found out Suzuki were going to be doing another bike, I wished, I hoped and wished it would be this, and it was, and I was chuffed. So I had to get it, and I got it, and it's now built. And what a blinder of a kit it was. the kit was much better than the PVA glue I used to stick on these knee pads, which just fell off, which will need to be glued back on. But yeah, absolutely belter of a kit. We used the fork set, Studio 27 carbon set, and I 3D printed a chain which I designed rather quickly. But yeah, we're halfway through the build. Well, not halfway yet. We're on part 2. Part 3 is going to be out at the same time as this. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. We do the bench update, and part 3 we're going to upload. We're going to upload them both. We're going to upload them both pretty much within a day of each other. So I'll go for part 3 first. So you'll see part 3 up next, and I've got part 4 edited and part 5 edited, and then we're calling that quits. I'm falling behind with the videos because they take a lot longer to edit. I'm trying to use every available moment I have at the bench building, because that's the main part of this hobby for me, is the building. The YouTube videos are just something I do as an extra, and I do apologise that they are slow, and I get ahead of myself, and I finish builds before I've even started the build series, as in the case of the GNX. However, I've got all the videos for the GNX, so I'm going to pull those up. Coming up soon, I think I'm going to do a kind of like a 10 tips and tricks that help me as a beginner video, just for any other beginners out there who maybe need a few pointers or would appreciate some input. And they're going to be nothing spectacular, and those of you who've been doing this for a while, unlike me, will probably already know all of them, and you look and you'll think, why are you telling me this? I know this. But yeah, it's aimed more at beginners, because I still very much class myself as a beginner. I've only been building models for 2 years, there or thereabouts now. So yeah, I'm going to aim it at beginners. So yeah, that's in the pipeline. If there's any other kind of video suggestions or any other things you'd like to see me do, let me know, and I will look into that. I will definitely consider it. Before you ask for armour, I am planning on building a tank this year. I haven't decided what one yet, and I haven't decided if it's going to be full interior, if it's going to be part of Dio, if it's going to be, crazy detailed. But yeah, we'll have a look. We will take a look. So yeah, that's in plan for the future. But anything else, suggest it. Even if it's something I've never done, even if it's something you wouldn't assume I've done, just suggest it, because like I said, I want to dip my fingers into every part of this hobby. And my toes as well. Fingers and toes. Get them all in. Into every part of this scale modelling or model building hobby. So yeah, just suggest things, because it might be something I've never thought of, and something I could actually really enjoy. So that, I believe, brings us to the end of the bench update. So the next couple of videos are going to be the Suzuki, and then I think I might throw in a sneaky... No, we'll get the Suzuki out. The Suzuki's in pretty quick succession. I'll give you guys like 2 days to watch each part.